What's going on, Corillo, and welcome back to some more Hajimari no Kiseki Newspeed. On this video, we're going to be talking about a major asset of a particular character. We're also going to be reviewing some new pictures that has come out. Probably some new pictures you guys probably haven't seen that I was able to get from the Falcom website in better quality. And we're also going to be talking about some new mechanics of Hajimari, basically on gameplay new mechanics. So what you guys can see on this picture right here, you guys can see Zeit, which is the holy beast across bell. Leah, I think her name is pronounced Leah. We have here a guy Bander here. Matthews Bander to be specific. This is one of the characters I'm really much more interested on knowing, because we know about this guy's identity and appearance since Cosio 3, but he really hasn't made an in-game appearance with cuts and everything like you guys can see here. This is Cole's mother. I believe her name is like Iorir. Iorir is a weird name. It's a weird name, but that's her name. And we got this guy. This guy's Wasteman 2.2. This guy is Wasteman 2.2 basically. But moving on, let's go over the pictures here. As you guys can see, this is probably gonna be the first picture we ever seen of Zeit. Zeit is a holy beast across bell. He debuted in Zero no Kiseki, if I'm not mistaken. And he's basically the first holy beast that sort of interacted with us in the Kiseki game. You guys remember the dragon for Chosen in the Sky? That dragon really doesn't, like, it never really helped us out or join our party in any time. But this guy helped us out during our journey in Senonano. So, you know, it was a secret basically that he was a holy beast. I'm looking forward to his transformation. I wonder how his transformation is going to be looking in 3D. So looking forward to that, to see what kind of role he'll be playing on Hajimari. Let's move on to the next picture here. So we have here Roselia and Zeit, and of course the cat here. Roselia should know Zeit because they're both holy beasts. You guys gotta remember, Roselia is not just the witch, the main leader of the witch, but she also is a holy beast as well, which is really, it's probably one of the biggest climax of the game or shock that she was one of the holy beasts on Erebonia, since there's two holy beasts. But moving on here, and this is Leah, of course. I think we've already seen her a couple of times already. She's the dancer, and yeah, that's pretty much. It's a nice picture. I do like her outfit. I think this is also the first time. I mean, we saw her previously in a previous bit, but this is like the first time we get like a much better close-up for her. And of course, this is Arius and her daughter. And not much to say I can say about Arius. I think I'm also looking forward to see how this guy S-Craft's gonna be looking. I think this is gotta be some S-Craft he's about to pull off here. His S-Craft. So I'm also looking forward to Arius and see what they're gonna do with him, with his character. I think the problem with Arius for me is that I feel like his journey is kind of done. But you know, I think he's also gonna be helping the SSS group with whatever the liberation, I guess. But I feel like his story is almost done. You know, he's kind of like in the stale situation where the story with him, it's just gonna be interesting where they take him. That's what I'm trying to say. It's gonna be interesting what Arius is gonna be doing in Hajimari. So looking forward to how they develop him. And of course, Matthews Bander. This is the character that I'm really looking forward to what he's going to be doing. Because if you guys think about just the plot of the Cosio saga, he never shows up, man. Like during Cosio 3 and then during Cosio 4 during the war, he never shows up at all. So I'm really looking forward to see what role he's gonna be doing in Hajimari, which you guys can see on the pictures here. I think he's going to be he's not gonna be one of the good guys basically. I think he's going to be one of the guys that's probably gonna betray his country. I have a feeling that he's going to be betraying Erebonia for whatever reason. He's gonna be one of the bad guys. For all I know, he could be one of the new Anguish of the game. I'm gonna put my theory right now. He could be a potential Anguish. He could potentially be working for Ouroboros, but that's just me, one of my theories of this game. Since I have played all the Kiseki games, I kind of already know how everything is, but I'm gonna leave it there since I do feel like Hajimari is gonna come with a lot more surprises than just me getting basically 80% or 90% of the game, right? So moving on here, of course this is Kurt's mother, like I said, Audio Bander. She uses the spear as her weapon of choice. I think we have seen her before with the spear. I don't know where, but I definitely have seen her with the spear before. But yeah, she uses the spear. I'm kind of surprised that we're actually gonna be able to fight her for a reason. So she's gonna be playable, or at least not playable, but I guess we're gonna have to fight her because this is like a in-game. Well, this is not in-game concept because there's no black bards. But it looks like she's gonna be using as a kind of edgecraft or craft. But looking forward to see what she's gonna do in the game. The vendors in this game are gonna make a lot of appearances, and they're gonna be a lot of info in the game. Novartis, one of the Anguis, over Ouroboros. This guy is Wiseman 2.0. You could also say that this guy's also like Tita's teacher. I can't recall his name. That professor that is always so meticulous about his research and stuff. This guy is just, to me, he's Wiseman 2.0. He's Wiseman 2.0. He's here with Vita. It's kind of weird that they're together since Vita sort of went to our side. Like, Vita just kind of abandoned her post by the end of Cold Steel 4. But I think this is just could be a flashback because you guys gotta remember Hajimari. I think it's gonna be playing like Charles in the Sky the Third. But we're gonna be seeing flashbacks and probably the future of the game and present of the game. Like, this is gonna be alternated between the past and the future, basically. So this is could just be our old interaction with them. But moving on. Oh man, this is what the biggest asses are about to come out here. So here we have Rixia. You know, this is where basically where she does the dances after she basically she's no longer an assassin. You guys remember in Anno, she's no longer an assassin. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the picture that everybody's just been talking about a lot, man. And before I get flagged here, she's not actually naked, guys. Can I zoom in on here? I really want to zoom. Oh, look at this. I can definitely zoom in. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I think that's as much I can zoom in with this thing. But really, I don't need to zoom out anymore. But she actually has a thong on it. I guess the angle does make it look like she's naked, but she actually has a thong. I'm gonna put a clip on my Koshu 2 playthrough of the, I think it's the second intermission, when you do the second intermission, that is with her and Lloyd. She has a thong, a black thong. But like I said, the angle just makes it look like she's naked, but she's really not. I promise you, she's really not. This is one of those pictures that Kondo likes to use to, I guess, to show, or, you know, to show like a sexy pose. You guys remember? I'm gonna put the thumbnail of that video that I did of Cold Steel 4 of Sharon. You guys remember that thumbnail that I did? I'm gonna do the same thing for this thumbnail. I'm gonna put the same thing because that's what Kondo wants us to see. You know, this is nobody's talking about the new picture. It's just all about this right here. This is what everybody's just talking about. This is what everybody's talking about, and that's all I saw basically on Twitter. And everywhere you go, it's about Rix's biggest asset, basically. And now, let's moving on here. I think after this, it's just pictures that Falcom was just releasing on the website. Not the website, but on their Twitter. This is pictures. This is actually a new picture here. Can I zoom in on this? This is actually a sort of a new picture showing a craft of Lapis, the doll. Lapis Rosenberg, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is basically a scene or a craft during England. I decided to put this here to show you guys since this is something new. There's a new picture that I actually haven't seen. Matches band, there's not much I can say about them. So here, guys, we're gonna be talking about some new pictures and the new mechanics of the game. I think this is the part where I kind of wanna touch on here real quick. So as you guys can see here, I think the next picture. Yeah, we saw this pictures right here. This is also some pictures here, but let me go over the next one here. So you guys can see here, this is something I did not notice, man. I did not notice. So basically, as you guys can see on the BP, it goes up to 8 now. On Cold Steel 4, they increased it from Cold Steel, on Cold Steel 3 was 5, right? But from Cold Steel 3 to Cold Steel 4, so on Cold Steel 4, they increased it to 7. And then Hajimari, they increased it now to 8. You guys can see it, there's 3 here. And then you can get you know, you can get 4 on this side and 4 on this side, make it in total in 8. So you can get now 8 break points as far as I can see here. I think you need to unlock them. For some reason it says 0 here. I mean, there's no bar, but I think you have to unlock them on the story. As you guys can see here, this is like created out in you know, it's a different color than this. There's the slots here. There's how many slots here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 slots here. But as you guys can see, I think as you go through the story or go through the game, you'll be able to unlock the slots of the BP, which is actually really interesting. I don't know how I did not catch this on the trailer. I think on the trailer you could have seen that there was 8, but this new system you guys can see here, This is basically the new system called Valiant Range, which basically means as you have more characters, you can do more damage. It's basically like a special ability that you can use using your breakpoints. Not much I can say about this really. I think this is gonna be a new mechanic that you can just use to basically cheat the game, basically, because Kiseki game have an issue of the balancing issues. The Kiseki games are very easy, and I don't know what they're trying to do here with this new system. I don't know if this is gonna make the game easier, but we're gonna have to wait and see what's going on with this new mechanic. So let's move on to the next picture here. So the next picture, you guys can see here, this is a gameplay of how the Valiant the Valiant race system works. As you guys can see here, the UI looks very refreshing. Looks much better now. The CP going up like this, and as you guys can see here, he has 4 breakpoints here. It's very refreshing. Looks very nice. I gotta say. Oh, and you guys will see the charge when you're walking around. You guys will see it in game. I mean, in the when you're fighting. I don't think you could have ever seen that before, but you can actually see the charge there. But the UI looks very clean. I think this is definitely a better improvement from Cold Steel 4. Not much I can say other than the fact that the graphics are actually looking very nice on these pictures. I gotta say, the graphics are looking much better. And this is Tio. Of course, this is also part of the Valiant, the new Valiant system. You get the Valiant system is more powerful, so you get more characters on the reserve as well. So there you go. There's also some pictures that did not make it to the Hajimari website for whatever reason. Aries, and this is the Yuna family right here. You gotta remember, Aries is kind of like a hero on Crossbell, so that's why everybody's like a Mari him or whatever his sword. Lester, the guy that got basically destroyed in his character development. I don't know what they're gonna do with him in this game and how relevant this guy's going to be, but I feel for you guys, for the fan base of Lester, man, because I thought this guy was gonna do a much bigger role, but him and Sharon just got, not Sharon, I can't recall this girl with the blue hair. I can't recall your name, sorry, but they definitely got shafted in Cold Steel 4. And they just basically got shafted. That's what I could say. This is another picture here that didn't show on the website. So now let me talk about real quick about what is this of the pictures I'm about to show you. So these pictures right here, guys, are basically the volume. These buttons are going to explain the story of 3 and 9, basically of Nadia and Swin, of how they used to be in the organization. I'm gonna show you guys the cover so you guys can see the covers are all translated in English. So this is basically the little butler and little lady. This one already has come out. It just hasn't been translated to English. This is the first volume, by the way. This is the second volume, 3 and 9. And you guys can see here, Nadia seems to be cutting down. Swin seems to be cutting down someone here. As you guys can see, someone here got cut down. Let me actually zoom in a little bit. You guys can see this much better. You guys can see this. This is all in the website, but in order to get this picture, you just gotta play around a little bit so you can get this picture a little bit high definition. This is the third volume, Assassins and Target, and it seems to be some rich novel or whatever here, drinking some kind of wine or something. Third chapter, third volume, I should say. I guess they're more like volumes anyway. And this person, the 3 of Swords, I think this is just gonna be the story of 3. Which, as you guys can see, I don't know who is this person's going to be. It's probably going to be some person that's going to show up in Hajimari. And this is also another cover here, cover 5. The Warden Report seems to be some kind of a hoodie guy, and it looks like some kind of court to me. This guy looks like some part of court, as you guys can see here. Like, again, these pictures are not like available to see. Like, you can see the little pictures, but to get them big, you just gotta like play around with the website a little bit. 6 and the 9 of Swords. This is of course about Nadia. You can see the teddy bear here that she's holding here. And number 7 Tier and the Promises, and here you can see Swin kind of crying and Nadia consoling him. You guys can see, I'm gonna put it a little bit big as you guys can see. Really nice, really nice. This is gonna be a lot of lore and exposition about, like I said, about Swim and Nadia. It's very nice. I think the people are gonna be enjoying this when they read the novel here. Chapter 8, Gravity and Artifacts. And I don't know who is this guy. Seems to be some kind of warrior. some kind of of course the artifacts is gonna be the artifacts that the church are hunting down. They're all collecting them. Some kind of picture here, you guys can see it here. Yeah, it has some sort of wand here. So I'm assuming this is the artifact, and you know the artifacts are kind of something like whatchamacallit, they have like different effects. It could be anything really, from mind control to basically create earthquake, magic, or whatever. So this is basically it. So chapter 9, anger, a conjecture. So this is basically Swin fighting the magician guy, or the guy that has the artifact. Like I said, guys, this is gonna be a lot of exposition about Swin and Nadia. I don't think we're not gonna learn a lot about their past. So you guys, we might all have to read all these novels so we can learn more about their past. Kiseki is great when it comes to the lore. I think that's something that nobody can really take away. And this is basically the ending, the last chapter 3 and 9. You guys can see here, this is when they leave the organization or escape the organization. I think if I'm not mistaken, they escape, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where, because they already left the organization or escape or whatever, and this is just them just leaving on the cartridge or whatever, going to run away. So this is basically the last chapter of the novel. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video right here. This is a lot of pictures that I just went over. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. There's the news are coming out monthly, so there's gonna be another news in May, and then in June, July, and then the game comes out on August. I do have another Hajimari video coming out either this Thursday. I'm probably gonna put out on Wednesday night. I should say Wednesday morning, and then I'm gonna have another Kiseki vid. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video right here. They call me Feify. I'll see you guys on the next one, right? Catch ya.